How does an Agile coach plan for a sprint review? Well, do they need to be there? That's actually the first question I would have. An Agile coach implies maybe they're a Scrum Master, but if they're not, is there a Scrum Master there doing it? So it will depend. Are they there in place of a Scrum Master sprint review? I assume that you have a Scrum team knocking around somewhere. If so, it's about making sure the team turn up prepared. Okay, this isn't a great session with lots of formality and PowerPoint and suits and all that stuff. It's about, do the team understand what the structure of a sprint review is? And do they have the things ready? So I'll run through the agenda. It'll probably be easier to tackle it that way. We often kick off a sprint review with talking about, this is what we thought we would do. Okay? A product owner is a great option for here, but as is any developer. In fact, through the whole thing, assume not the Scrum Master, anybody else is probably a good person to be talking. But we thought we could do this. So this is what we brought into the sprint. We brought these items, but more importantly, we committed to this goal. Okay. And this is what we actually achieved. Maybe we achieved the goal, great, but we didn't get through everything that we thought we would because stuff happens. And I would always plan on incorporating that conversation. What we have in a review is we have stakeholders who are interested in our product. Hopefully they're also interested in helping it succeed. So when we're talking about this, we're not whinging, we're not whining, we're not making excuses. We're just saying we thought we could get this much done. At the end of the day, we only got this much done. Right? Can you help us? Because actually some of these things are beyond our ability. One of the ones that I always think of was working with a development team who 3-week sprint. In the review, they said, we thought we could get this much done. We only got this because yet again, all of our servers fell over because the people that we go to for servers just aren't maintaining them. They're not giving us the access we need. In fact, we're often not getting the servers we need. That wasn't complaining. That was just a statement of fact. They could point to having logged all of the time they spent solving problems that they were paying somebody else to solve. In that review, there was a senior vice president who had oversight of both the test center that was meant to be maintaining this as well as the development. And he took it on very happily. He said, that's not good enough. I will go and deal with that. You know, so it was a really fast way of getting that resolved. So do talk about the difficulties you've had. You know, there normally are some. They may not need intervention by one of the stakeholders, but maybe they do. They can't help you if they don't know. This is a great opportunity. We thought we could get this stuff done, but we got less of it done because things happen. Maybe there's nothing to do. That's okay. And then we move into demonstrating, showing the product. Okay. For me, this is about getting stakeholders to use it. The most confident teams are the ones who go, this works, have a play, give it a go. If you're not there yet, if the system's not there, if your relationship with your stakeholders can't take it going wrong, maybe you want to, as a team, lead that demonstration, show them what they've got for their product. Okay? But this is to invite conversation. So as the coach, as the Scrum Master, you're going to be there facilitating a conversation. Very much, look, the team are going to show you this thing. What do you think? How can we improve it? What do you like? What don't you like? Really get them going. You know, talking about it. Nothing is really off the table as long as it's respectfully delivered. They may not like it. That's okay. Wouldn't you rather know now? You would have rather have known earlier. But at least now you've got that opportunity to discover, okay, we built it. It's what you asked for, but you don't want it. That's right. We'll build something different. What is that different thing going to be? And we can work with the product owner to get that in the right place in the backlog after the review. So we're going to have that really deep conversation. When you're planning, make sure you have time for it. It is not just a demo. It's not turn up, show them some stuff and leave. Yes, we want to show them some stuff, but then we want to engage in a deeper conversation. What could we do differently? How could we be better in terms of that product? Okay, and then we're going to look at the future. So we've done the past, we've done the present, we're going to look into the future. Where are we going next? really lean on your product owner for this. This is their time to really explain their vision for where this product's going. We're looking like we're going to go over here. Next up, the next backlog, sprint backlog, the next goal looks to be something like this. Have that conversation with your stakeholders. Really get to grips with the idea that they get to inform you and you get to inform them. It's a collaboration, it's co-creation. So the product owner may say, I think we're going here, and some stakeholders may say, respectfully, I disagree. Have you considered that? What about this changing circumstance? It's an opportunity to surface maybe unknowns within the team. So we're going to plan some time for that, include in that, and make sure your product owner has to hand a way of explaining this that isn't just words. I personally like a release burn-up, a simple chart that says, sprint by sprint, we've cumulatively achieved this, and with a little bit of simple maths, we can start extrapolating out. It looks like we're going to get to that key point, that release, that milestone, that key piece of functionality, whatever it is, around then, so that you can have that conversation. Right? And again, it's a conversation. So as a coach, what we're really doing as part of the planning is, yes, we're setting the agenda. We're sitting down and we're saying we're going to run in roughly this order, and we're going to create space to have really good, detailed conversations every step of the way, so that the team know what's expected of them and that the stakeholders know what they can expect. Everybody's on the same page. The sprint review is often talked about as a demo, as a show and tell, purely a place to see what the team has done. When we plan it well, when we create the right timings, the right space for these conversations, it's really a very strong governance meeting. It's an opportunity, yes, to show what the team have achieved and celebrate it. Don't skimp on that. Really make sure that you've got time and ways for stakeholders to acknowledge and congratulate the team for achieving a job well done. Okay? But it's also a governance meeting. It's an opportunity to talk about, is this the right thing to be building? Are we doing the right thing at the right time? Are we using our money sensibly? Could we use it differently? Okay? And as an Agile coach, what you have to do is have that in the mind. Right? The purpose of a sprint review is so much more than just looking at a product. It's looking at it and it's adapting it to be the best possible thing. We are not the people leading that meeting. What we are going to do is we're going to facilitate it. We're going to step outside of the content, okay, and give people a structure so they can have the conversations they need, so they can do the thinking they need, so that the product is the best thing it can be. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.